Okay, so we're gonna do this next edition dose or whatever of the daily dose, and the question was, are men really intimidated by women? And if so, why? And if not, is that just a pickup line? And so I expected some of the responses that I got. I expected for you guys to show up and say, in all your wondrous male ego, hell no, I'm not intimidated by a female. And a real man who's secured in himself, he's not intimidated. He can approach any female, whatever. Not saying that that's not true. Just saying I did expect that. Now, for the guys who said, yes, we are, um, I was surprised a little bit to hear people almost always make intimidation synonymous with a woman who has her own money and has a different status, so to speak, which is what you that's the word you guys use, than men. And I don't know if that comes back to gender roles or what that is. But you guys were saying that if you see a woman and she makes more money than you do, and she has a different lifestyle than you do, and it's a higher quote unquote economic class than what you're in, then you guys are intimidated by that type of female. And I think for women who fall into that category, that's kind of sad because I don't know. In this day and age, this goes back to what we were talking about before, just a smidge, is gender roles. We have to let go of this notion that the man is supposed to be the ultimate provider. Now, when I say that, I mean monetarily. Excuse me. He absolutely should make her feel secure. He should be her partner. Um, and to me, as long as both parties are equally putting in effort, and I think most women feel this way, as long as both parties are equally putting in effort and everything is getting taken care of, and wherever he lacks monetarily, he picks up the slack, other places, then that's a partnership. So I don't know why men are still intimidated. It's like, I swear, it's like you guys want you you say you want a woman who's got her shit together. You say you want a woman who's got her own stuff, who doesn't need a man. But then if she's got her stuff together and she doesn't need a man, well, hell, y'all are intimidated by that. So I don't really know what you want from us. I'm just saying, I don't, it's like this, it's this catch 22. Are you supposed to not excel, not succeed, not have drive, not grind as hard as the next one, right? For the things that you want until the right man comes along, and hope that when he comes along, he's got enough to take care of everything you need or want? I don't know that that makes much sense. And I don't know of too many women in 2015 that think that's a realistic lifestyle to have. I really don't. And then And then there's this other comment that said, oh, well, I don't know about intimidating, but some women mistake annoying and disinterest with intimidation. Um, and they gave this example. Well, what if you're out on a date with a female and all she can talk about the whole time, or what she says is, I got my own car, my own house. I don't need a man. I'm financially stable, whatever, whatever. First, I don't know a lot of women who do that. I really don't. And if they do that, especially on a date, like if you like a man enough to go out with him, I don't really know that you should say things that say you're expendable or whatever. Although everyone should know that everyone is expendable. Everyone is voluntary. We should get over the idea that someone needs to need us. And I think men more so than women need that. Men need to be needed, and women need to be loved. Like we want to be wanted. Women, we have to feel like we are wanted. Men want to feel like you are needed. And those are two very different things. Like, a woman doesn't want you to, we don't want you around just because you need us. If a woman feels like you are with her out of obligation, or because she brings something that you need, she will have a hard time believing that you love her in addition to or more to than your need for her. But if a woman feels like you want her, you can have the universe. And I don't care what her status is. That's why, I mean, like, seriously, you'll see a dude that doesn't have much with a female who has a lot. And it's because, number one, he put his ego to the side. How about that for a change? He put his ego to the side and he actually pursued a woman that he wanted. And because he wanted her, she said, okay. And a lot of times it's as simple as that. I think we get caught up into this definition of, oh, well, I'm settling if he doesn't have A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And if she has LMNOP, she's got to be this type of person. And we are absolutely cutting our noses off to spite our faces. And we are eliminating good chances at positive relationships. And I don't know why we do that, other than going back to what I think is always central in the majority of these discussions, unless they're superficial, is that we attract what we believe we deserve. If you're a man who is intimidated by a woman that has status, maybe that's because you don't think that you deserve a woman that has status. Maybe you don't believe that you deserve a woman who has it all together. Maybe you think you deserve something less than that. And if you're a woman who is so shallow that you can only think about a man's monetary value, then shame on you. Because again, it has to be a partnership. I'm not saying that. See, here's the difference. If he's broke and he won't work and when he doesn't contribute, no, that's the stuff TLC is saying about, right? We don't want them kind. But if he works a job or two and his money isn't quite what yours is, but he respects you and he's good to you and he's kind to you, then that's the man that you want at the end of the day, right? Men, what I would say is, whether you're the guy who says, I'm not intimidated by any woman, which I don't know if I believe that, because I think that all people at some point in time, especially if you're walking in ego and in self, sometimes get intimidated. Be careful that your confidence isn't seen as unattractive or unappreciative of what she brings to the table. I would say that. And then if you're the guy who is intimidated, I would A, do a self-check. Make sure that you know your own value as a man and what you deserve. And B, stop prejudging those of us who are doing it on our own. I mean, most of the time, if a woman is doing it on her own, it's because she's been put in a position where she has to do it on her own. And if that's the case, she should be even more admirable to you because she knows how to do it. And she is doing it. And I think that makes her exceptional, not intimidating. And if you're in the club and she just looks like she's had a rough day, she's just had a damn rough day. Buy her drinking and speaking. Don't be intimidated by that either. All right, that's it. We'll do another one. Bye.